Hi, what's up? You got Danny here, and I just got through watching this video on World Star called He's in Fear of His Life and He May Never Come Back to Detroit. Rick Ross allegedly met with 100 goons outside Detroit concert and denied entry. Alright, now first thing I thought to myself was, damn Ross, you caught another L. Like Officer Ricky done caught another L. And I just feel like anybody who's still like entranced by the whole Rick Ross persona at this point, you're foolish. You know, you're easily led astray, and get it together. Like, it's pretty clear that this man isn't what he raps about. But I get to watching the video, and from what they're saying in the video, the program director of this Detroit concert, which is like Detroit Summer Jam or whatever, they got a bunch of artists together to perform and everything. I noticed somebody else that was on the lineup was Scarface, so Scarface didn't have no issues from what it sounds like. It seems like the only person that, the biggest person that didn't perform was Rick Ross. And they're saying that his tour bus was coming into the gate, I guess, for the venue, and 100 goons went up there to the bus, and yeah, Rick didn't perform. So I gotta say, first things first, like, that's horrible. Like, as a rapper, you would think that like any city that Ross goes to, Ross would have people there that are gonna look out for him and meet force with force, but I guess not. I mean, you rapping about the fact that you got an army behind you and that you a general and you a boss and everything. There should be, you know, dude boys that you can send off to handle 100 protesters, you know, 100 goons. So there's that. Then on the other hand, I kind of feel like this is a bad look for Detroit, because there are a lot of artists on the come up who may not even want to fuck with Detroit because they feel like, well, damn, do I gotta fuck with Trick every time I come through the city? Like, what is it with the no-fly zone? Like, do niggas really gotta make a phone call? Because I guarantee you Jay-Z is not calling Trick to get clearance to do no show in Detroit. And I just feel like damn, to be perfectly honest with you, Detroit ain't Miami, it's not Atlanta, it's not New York, it's not LA. Like, there are plenty other places that people can do shows and get bread in and not really have these sorts of problems. So I almost feel like Detroit's already kind of like a third world country. The last thing that y'all need to do is make it to where people don't want to come there and generate no income for y'all, because at the end of the day, if somebody does a show, they gotta hire people outside of their team to help with the show, whether it be security, whether it be vendors, whether it be whomever, you know. Money's gonna be made had Rick Ross been there, because you gotta understand, not only was Rick Ross gonna perform at the concert, chances are he was gonna do after parties, he was gonna do club appearances. You know what I'm saying? Like, money was gonna be generated for the city. Now, at the end of the video, Royce the 5'9" and Trick got this song where they're talking about the no-fly zone, and in his lyrics, Trick mentions the fact that, like, I'm not trying to get all you making, I just want a portion. I mean, OG shit. Like, if he's got that much pull in Detroit that he can sit here and ask for his cut of people's show money when they come, good for him. I'm not knocking your hustle. Obviously, you're a thorough dude that you've managed to let people know that you really about that. So I can't really knock him for that. But at the same time, you're killing any camaraderie anybody would want to come to you with, when it's almost this whole, whether you want to admit it or not, it's extortion. Like, it just is what it is. Like my nigga, Detroit, like, it is, like, it's really just funny to me. Like, I feel like it's a lose for both parties, because it's like, Trick, if you are going to be using this whole goon thing to establish your career, and dog, you're still like a C rapper, really. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that you got clout in the streets, my nigga, nobody would be fucking with your music. Like, and that's just real shit. Like, there are better ways to get Detroit on the map. There are easier ways to get yourself out there on the map. It's obvious you got, you know, Detroit connections through Royce and other people. I don't get it. I'm not going to pretend to get it. I'm a girl. I'm not about that goon life, you know what I'm saying? But if people are coming to make money in Detroit, there are other ways to go about, you know what I'm saying, like, hitting them up. And if you feel like he a fake, he a phony, whatever the case, let that be known too. Because they really didn't go into detail in the video about why they felt like I mean, the program directors did and like the radio hosts did, but the people involved, like the actual players, I mean, it's obvious Rick Ross ain't gonna make no statement, because this is a huge L for Ross. And Royce and Trick, when they were up at the station promoing the song and the video for No Fly Zone, they didn't get into the specifics either, which I understand, no snitching, whatever, but I still sort of feel like Ross is a target, and I almost also sort of feel like Ross has been tried so much in the past that it would make sense to try Ross like that. People probably knew that like he came with just him and a couple folks on the bus, and that's why things escalated. But overall though, it's sad, really. It's just sad for hip hop, because Detroit ain't Detroit bankrupt? Like, y'all need whoever trying to come in there to generate buzz, income, whatever. Like, you don't need to be pushing people out. And maybe Ross is a fraud, but I personally feel like you would have been better off being like, hey, let me get on the bus and talk to Ross, and if Ross ain't trying to give me my cut, then you not performing. But just being like, we not even gonna let him in the venue, I feel like Ross probably know he fraud. I'm pretty sure he deals with these under the table, I'm about to pay somebody off type bullshit all the time, you know? So that could have been handled way better. But this is really sad though. I mean, overall this is pretty sad. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts on this whole situation are down in the comment section below. I will leave a link for the video also, so y'all can see this fuckery. And yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.